Activision just reported their Q4 2022 earnings, and there's a lot of stuff happening here regarding what we're getting this year for a premium Call of Duty release, COD 2023. Is it a full game? Is Schreier making their game early instead of 2024 now? Are we getting an expansion to the existing MW2 game this year? Are we getting the original MW2 remastered? We're gonna go through a bunch of stuff here in this video. But first off, again, let's go through what Activision officially said here in their earnings. Across the Call of Duty franchise, our teams are working to amplify the success of the fourth quarter with 2023 plans including even more engaging live services across platforms and the next full annual premium release in the Blockbuster series. So again, by their wording here, it seems like we are getting an official premium COD released, a part of the Blockbuster series, which is the main series of games. People were saying maybe they're referring to Warzone Mobile, which is coming very soon, but that's not what they're referring to here. They're referring to part of the main premium releases of this game. We're getting something here. So let's go through what information we have so far and what we're getting, what Charlie Intel is saying, what Jason Schreier is saying, and all of these reputable sources, because it's kind of crazy. First off, again, quick reminder, shout out to my partner, Apex Gaming PCs, a bunch of great customizable PCs over there. Use code MATTERS for a discount. Links are down below. Really do thank you guys for that. But Charlie Intel says this here. Bloomberg reported last year that this fall's title would be an expansion to MW2 from Sledgehammer Games, but Activision keeps calling this fall's release a full annual premium release, which, you know, that phrase there does not seem like an expansion whatsoever, and does not seem like they're referring to an expansion of this game here. Now, maybe they could come out and say this is a new game, but in reality, it's just an expansion of MW2. We'll go through the specifics of that later on in this video, but as of now, all of the wording from Activision's previous earnings report, including this latest one today, it all signifies that it's not an expansion, it's a fully new game here. Now, some more stuff on this. Release doesn't equal title, though. They're usually very picky with their wording, and whenever it gets announced, it'll make sense. I ain't explaining more for this now, so Charlie Intel doesn't want to talk about it, whatever. But, you know, overall, I understand why the wording is weird, because sometimes their wording could mean something else than what we're thinking. So I get where that's coming from and where the confusion is coming from there from multiple different people. Now, Jason Schreier, again, previously said this. Let's make this super clear. The next game by Treyarch is coming out in 2024. Next year, which is 2023, there will be a Modern Warfare 2 premium paid expansion by Sledgehammer. It's supposed to have lots of content. Maybe that's why they call it a full release, a full premium release, a part of the Blockbuster series again, but it's more MW2. That's what's happening right now. Now, Jason Schreier just tweeted this today, responding to some old tweets here. He said, not unfeasible to add content to something that started off as an expansion and sell it for $60 to $70. Either way, the point is that it's a continuation of MW2. Anyway, see you again at the May earnings call, when we'll probably get some more official information from them. Activision might actually say what we're getting this year by May, which they normally do for most Call of Duty seasons. So what's happening here is Jason Schreier is saying, you know what, like it or hate it, it does kind of make sense here for them to have a ton of new content, even though it's all a part of MW2, you know, have a whole new selection of maps, spec ops modes, whatever, new raid episodes, campaign missions, MP weapons, modes as well. Add all of that back and then, you know, release that as a new game, when in reality it's just kind of more DLC. So very interesting stuff here. Now, of course, we've seen from other sources as well, you know, this being an expansion pack. The Ghost of Hope said this: to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty, a paid greatest hits map pack is in development. On top of MW2, this would also include other classic maps from IW, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer's catalog. So is this how they market it as a premium game? You know, not just releasing some more MW2 content, and, you know, that would kind of just be new DLC. In this new premium 2023 release, we're getting MW2 stuff, but we're also getting a bunch of old remakes as well from past IW, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer games, and this becomes like a new COD mobile type of game for 2023, which includes a bunch of different content from all different maps into one single title, which is actually what a lot of people have been saying they kind of want, because COD Mobile, you know, people have been saying it's actually really sick because you have all the cool weapons from all past games, you have all maps from all different developers, all brought together. The seasons are usually pretty sick. So if they release that, and it's not just a MW2 year 2, it's a really fun game with all content brought together from previous titles, developers, etc., that could be pretty sick, actually. So that is also very possible as well. And Phantom Ice also goes through how this could be seen as a premium release, even though in our eyes it's just an MW2 expansion. So he says this here, it could be a brand new campaign, entirely new campaign, you know, 6 to 8 hours, whatever, plus basically the MW3 campaign. You know, I don't want to spoil the ending of this year's campaign, but you could see it continuing to MW3, so they can kind of do that for this year, which would be pretty sick overall. A new mode, maybe you have some more MP content, Spec Ops, campaign missions, but then a fourth mode, you know, MW2 Zombies. That'd be pretty interesting. Pretty much all of the OG MW2 maps remastered, but just put into MW2. Does that count as a premium release? I wouldn't say so. I think that's just an expansion pack. A new Warzone map, that doesn't count for me at all, because again, we're usually getting a new Warzone map every year or so anyway, so that wouldn't count there. But if we did get an entirely new campaign, plus a zombies mode, new maps, missions, weapons, and just a ton of new content, I guess I could see that being a premium release. But it's still, for most people, is going to be seen as an expansion. If it's on MW2 and it's just based on the same gameplay, you know, it's going to be seen as an expansion, which probably isn't the best thing to do right now, considering people are kind of mad at IW and COD for, you know, the lack of content and stuff like that. So that's that there. I'm just giving you guys the information. Please don't roast me down below. Of course, nothing is also confirmed here, but a lot of this stuff is very, very possible. This is coming from so many different credible sources here. It's going to happen most likely. Now, another thing here, which would be pretty cool as well. Phantom Ice says, imagine if Activision said F it and the new premium release of 2023 was actually the OG Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remastered in all its glory. That would be kind of crazy. Kind of doubt it myself, but I just don't see how remastered content being added into the existing MW2 could be sold or marketed as a new game. Another idea, an MW Trilogy multiplayer remastered mashup or something like COD Mobile. Now, we kind of already said this, but this would just be, you know, not just MW2 multiplayer remastered, but a little bit of COD 4 MW remastered, which we already saw, but a little bit of that, and then also MW3 remastered, all mixed together. Now, that would actually be really sick in my opinion. Now, obviously, how is it going to play? I'm not so sure, but one big remastered multiplayer with the exact, you know, mechanics, the maps, how it felt back from MW2, maybe a mixture of MW3 as well, that would be so, so fire to see. I would definitely pay money for that. You know, MW3 especially was one of my favorite CODs of all time, the first COD I really played. MW2 I wasn't really around for it, so to have that remastered and, you know, more like the original would be really sick with some slight improvements. But again, nothing is confirmed there. But that would be more of a premium COD, if anything, than just an expansion pack, some more, you know, random DLC maps added to MW2. Now, I do like MW2 again. And if we do just get that, I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to enjoy the content. But the question is it worth $60 to $70? I don't know. I mean, I want new content, but that much money, and for them to call it a premium release would be kind of crazy. So again, let's not get too insane here. I know people are going to be very mad about this and what's going to happen. I think, first off, this is better than, you know, Treyarch being forced to release their game early. That's the worst case scenario. Give Treyarch extra time. Let them develop their game fully. You know, let's have a great 2024 year for Treyarch. But for now, whatever we get, hopefully it's worth the money if they do charge us that much. And we'll see what ends up happening. Of course, nothing is fully confirmed yet until, you know, Activision says themselves. Let's be hopeful here. Let me know what you want to see for COD 2023 down below. Crazy stuff going on here. I mean, this is the most confusing year for Call of Duty probably we've ever seen. I've been making COD update videos for several years now. We of course talked about previous delays and, you know, different developer studios being switched up and just so much stuff going on. This is the craziest stuff I've seen. So let me know down below, what do you want to see for this year's COD release? And that's pretty much it here for this video. Be sure to subscribe for more MW2 Warzone 2 news update videos like this. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.